Chapter 1. A warning to beginners. In England, everything is different. You must understand that when people say English, they sometimes mean Great Britain, England, Scotland, and Wales, sometimes the United Kingdom, England, Scotland, Wales, and the Northern Ireland, sometimes the British Islands, England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland, but never use England. On Sunday in Europe, the parents person wear his best clothes and the day life on the country becomes happy, bright and colorful on Sunday in England. The richest people wear their oldest clothes and the country becomes dark and sad. In Europe, nobody talks about the weathers. In English, you have to say next day is noted about 200 times every day, or people think you are a bit boring. In Europe, you get Sunday newspapers on Monday. In English, our street country, you get Sunday newspapers on Sunday. On a group bus, the drive use the bill in the he wants to drive and pass a bus stop with stopping. In England, you use the bell when you want the bus to stop. In Europe, people like their cats, but in England, they love their cats more than their family. In Europe, people eat good food. In England, people think that good manners on the table are more important than the food you get to eat. The English eat bad food, but they say untasted good. In Europe, important people speak loudly and clearly. In England, they learn to speak slowly and quickly so you can understand them. In Europe, clever people show that they are clever by talking about Aristotle, Horace, and Monglin. In England, only stupid people try to show how clever they are. The only people who talk about Latin and Great Britain are those who have not read them. In Europe, almost every country, big or small, fits words to show they are the best. The English fish words against to say people who think they are the best. The English already know which country is real. The best Europeans cry and quickly get angry. Instead of this, the English hot, loud, quick, and their problems. In Europe, people are either honest with you or they lie to you. In England, people almost never lie, but they are much never quite honest with you either. Many Europe's think that life is a game. The English think cricket is a game. Chapter 2. Introducing people. This part of the book tells you how to introduce people to other people. Most importantly, when you introduce strangers, do not say their names to that the other person is able to earn it. Usually this is not a problem because nobody can understand your accent. If somebody introduces you to a string, there are two important rules to follow. 1. If he puts out his hand to shake yours, do not take it. Smile and wait. When he stops trying to snake your hand, try to snake his. Repeat this again all other afternoon or evening. Quite possible this will be the most amusing part of your afternoon or evening. 2. The introduction are finished and your new friend has if you are will. How do you do? But do not forget he does he doesn't really want to come out to him. It doesn't matter if you are will or if you are thinking of terrible evenings. Do not answer. Your conversation will be like this. He, how do you do? 2. Quite good, Helen. No sleeping very well. Left foot hurts a bit. One or two sometimes problems. A conversation like this is on English and informal. When you meet somebody, never say pleased to meet you. English people think this is very rude. And one other thing, do not call foreign language teachers doctor, dentist, or snobbish doctor. Every boy knows that the leading word doctor means that you are in Central Europe. It is not a good thing to be a Central European in England, so you don't know want people to remember. Chapter 3. The water. This is the most important subject in the land in Europe. People say he is the type of person who talk about the weather to show that somebody is very boring. In England, the watches is always an interesting, exciting subject, and you must be good at talking about it.
Chapter 4. Sample for conversation. Next day, isn't, isn't it? Isn't it beautiful? The sun. Isn't it wonderful? Yes, wonderful, isn't it? It's so nice on top. I think it's so nice when it's hot, isn't it? I really love it. Do know you? Terrible, terrible day. Isn't it? Isn't it on stem? The rain, I don't like the rain. Hosting. A day like this in July, it rains in the morning, then a bit of sun, um, then rain all day. I remember the same July day in 1936. Yes, I remember too. Or was it 1928? Yes, I was. Or in 1939. Yes, that's three. No clue of the last few sentences of this conversation. You can see a very important rule. You must always agree with other people when to talk about the wonderful. If it is raining and snowing, and the wind is knocking down trees. Some warm days. Nice day, isn't it? Onward. In my daily, isn't it wonderful? Learn this conversation be heard. You can use them again and again. If you repeat this conversation every day for the rest of your life, it is possible that people will think you are clever, holy, and music. Listen to the wonderful reports on the radio, and you will hear different wonderful responses for different people. There, there is always a different report for farmers. For example, you hear tomorrow it will be cloudy and cold. There will be a lot of rain. Then immediately after this you hear weather report confirms it will be rain and warm and there will be a lot of sunshine. Farmers do important work for the country, so they need better wonderful music. Often the radio tells you that it is a nice day, but, but then you look outside and see that it is raining or snowing. Sometimes the radio says it is a rainy day and you see that the sun is shining. This the sun is shining, breathing. This is not because the weather people have made a mistake. It is because they have recorded the right 100 whether they are reading weather of day what it to be but the some third some weather from another part of the world moves in across the chain and changes the weather picture if British weather have to mix with foreign weather. These are not looking very
Chapter 5. So no hitting saying what you mean. For instance, have so. The English do not have so. In Europe, you find many people who look sad. This so the words king of soul belong to the Slav people. Slavs are usually very deep thinkers. They say things like this. Sometimes I am so happy and sometimes I am so sad. I am so sad. Can you explain why? You cannot explain, do not try. Or pairs, the saying I want to be in some other place, not here. Do not say I'd like you to be in some other place too. All this very deep, it is so, you so, but the English have no soul. Instead, they say less that than they mean. For example, if a Europe boy wants to tell a girl that he loves her, he goes do on his kittens and tells Here she is the swimming most beautiful and wonderful person in the world. She has something in her, something special, and he cannot like one more meaning with you her. Sometimes to make all the quits clear, he shot himself. This happens every day in Europe, countries where people have so. In England, the boy puts his hand on the girl's shoulder and says quickly, you are all right, you can. If he really loves her, he's saying, I really quit like you in fuck. If he wants to marry a girl, he say, I say, would you? If he wants to sleep with her, I say, shall we? Chapter 6. Tea. Tea was once a good drink with lemon and sugar. It tastes very pleasant, but then the British decided to put cold milk and no sugar into it. They made it colors and textures. In the hearts of the English, tea became an unpleasant drink like dirty water, but they still call it tea. Tea is the most important drink in Great Britain and Ireland. You must never say, I don't know what want a cup of tea, or people will think that you are very strange and very foreign. In an English home, you get a cup of tea at 5 o'clock in the morning when you are still dreaming to sleep. If your friend brings you a cup of tea and you wake from your recent morning sleep, you must not say, I think you are most unkind to wake me up and I did like to shock you. You must smile your best 5 o'clock smile and see and say, thank you so much. I do love a cup of tea at this time of the morning. When your friend leaves the room, you can drown the tea down the toilet. Then you have tea for breakfast. You have tea at 11 o'clock in the morning. Then after lunch, then you have tea at tea time, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then after supper, and again at 11 o'clock at night. You must drink more cups of tea if the water is hot. If it is cold, if you are tired, if anybody thinks you are tired, if you are afraid, be, before you go out, if you are out, if you have to return home, if you want a cup, if you do not want a cup, if you have not had a cup for some time, if you have had a cup, you must not follow my sample. I sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning. I have coffee for breakfast. I drink black coffee again, again, and again during the day. I drink straight. Add unusual teas with no milk at tea time. I have these funny foreign ways, and my poor wife, who was on who was once a good English woman, now has them too. I am sorry to say. Chapter Chapter 7 6. Europe, men and women have sex life. English men and women have hot water butters.
Chapter 8. The language. When I reread an English I thought that I knew English after I didn't been here an hour I realized I did not understand one word. In my first week I learned a little of the language, but after 7 years I can knew that I could never use it really well. This is sad, but nobody speaks English perfectly. Remember that 2,500 words the ordinary Englishman uses. Most are not all the words in the language. You can learn another 500, another 5,000, another 50,000 words after that, and you will still fit another 50,000 you have never heard of. Nobody has heard of them. If you live in English for a long time, you will be very surprised to define that the word nice is not the only adjective in the English language. For the first 3 years, you do not need to learn or use any other adjectives. You can say that the word is nice. A restaurant is nice. Mr. So and so is nice. Mr. So and so's clothes are nice. You had a nice time, and all this will be very nice. You must design about your accent. You will have for foreign accent a read, but many people like to mix it with another accent. I can I knew a police head who had a strong British accent. People thought it was very interesting. The accent way to show that you have a good accent or no foreign accent is to hold a pipe or cigar in your mouth to speak through your teeth and finish out your sentence with the question. Isn't that it? People will not understand you, but they will think that you probably speak very good English. Many foreigners try hard to speak with an Oxford accent. The city of Oxford has a famous universe. If you have an Oxford accent, people think that you meet with clever people and that you are very intelligent, but the Oxford accent urges your threat is a hard to use all the time. Sometimes you can forget to use it. Speak with your foreign accent and the where are you? People will learn of you. The best way to look clever is to use long words, of course. These words are often all Latin and Greek words, which the English language has taken in. Many foreigners have learned Latin in grade school and they find that it is much easier to learn these words than the most stores English words. These words are usually very long and make you seem very intelligent when you talk to shopkeepers and spokesmen. But be careful with and the decent loan words. They do not always have the same meaning as they once had in Latin or Greek. When you cannot all the long words remember to learn some short ones too. Finally, there are two important things to remember. To remember. One, do not forget that it is much easier to read English than to speak English because you can read with a foreign accent. Two, on a bus or in the street, it is better to speak quickly in good German than to show slowly in bad English. Anyway, all these languages passing in no easy. After 8 years in the country, a very keen woman told me the other day to speak with a very good accent, but with you any English.
Hello, teacher. In the unit 7, I learning how to use used to tell about past having and things that were different before. In affirmativity, we say I used to wake up very early for school. That means it was a habit in the past. In negative sentences, we say I didn't used to drink coffee. In question, we use did you used to like in another day. I also learned how made to comparison using as not as. For example, my sister is as tall as my mother, and math is not as difficult as fishes. Vocabulary box in the unit 7 is adjectives, affirmative, past habit. Teacher, in the unit 8, I learning about the present perfect example and the present perfect continuous. First, the present perfect example is used for action that happened in the past and have a result now. In affirmative sentences, we use have or has plus the past participle. For example, I have visited another country. She has completed her homework. In negative form, we use haven't or hasn't. For example, I haven't tried sushi before. In question, we say, had you finished your project? The present perfect continuous. We use it for action that started in the past and continue now. Structure affirmative. Have or has been more better in him. For example, he has been practicing English every day and he has been working since morning. Vocabulary box is homework, marathon, seminar, exercise. Hello teacher! In the Unit 9, I learned about modal verbs of necessity, pronunciation, and probation.
First, I learning how to use have to, need to, and more to tell about obligation. For example, I've had wake up early in tomorrow. She needs to finish for assignment tonight. Then I learning how to express lack of necessity. For example, he don't have to work on Sunday, and she didn't need to bridge his lunch. I also learning about provision using must not and cannot. For example, I must not room. Um, we can we can park here. In vocabulary box is assignment, library is borrow. Unit 10. In this unit, I learning about the passive voice. In the simple present passive, we use an, is, or are plus the past participle. For example, pizza is made here. In negative form, pizza is not made here. In question, is pizza made here? Then I learned the simple past past. We use was or were past the past participle. For example, the cake was made yesterday. In negative form, the cake was not made yesterday. In question, was the cake made yesterday? The vocabulary is the production, invention, discovery. Unit 11. I learned about first verbs and second conditional. First verbs are verbs that change meaning. For example, I wake up early and she turns off the TV. I also learned about the second conditional for imaginary situation. The instruction is if plus past simple plus word plus verb. For example, if I had money, I would buy a car. In in negative form is I if I if I didn't have money, I won't buy a car. Vocabulary box is equipment and promotion. Unit 12. I learning about report speech. We use report speech to repeat what someone said. The verb usually changes to the past. For example, direct speech, I like tea. Report speech, he said he liked tea. I also learning that going to change to was going to. For example, I am going to study. She said she was going to study. The vocabulary box is claiming accident is shape. Bye.